my channel. I just wanted to preface this video by just acknowledging kind of everything that's going on in the world and how it's affected, especially the Disney community. I mean, a lot of people are probably aware, but in case you're not, there have been a number of college students who are also part of the college program that were accepted for Fall Advantage, and a lot of people accepted for international programs and the culinary program that were supposed to move down to Orlando or move to California in June. And at this time, as of a couple of days ago, Disney has officially rescinded all of their offers for those programs. I am very fortunate that my CP has not been canceled as of yet, and so I'm so thankful that I still have this opportunity, and my heart really goes out to all those people who have lost this potential job that they thought that they would have in June, and also people around the world who have lost jobs and are kind of off work, because I mean that's me too at this point. We just have to take it day by day and find the little things in life that can kind of fuel us and keep us going, and just believe that there's going to be an end to all of this craziness. With that heaviness out of the way, I want to get into this video. Today's video is going to be a Disney bucket list. I have been to Disney World almost 20 times, and I am planning on moving there in June. My name is Jordan Hadley. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, all those things that your favorite YouTubers tell you to do all the time. It helps me out, and it allows you to kind of come on this journey with me. If you like this kind of content, or if you think my personality is endearing, I would love to have you here. I have been multiple times to Disney. Walt Disney World is such a massive, massive property. And so I'm hoping that this video can help if you're planning a future vacation and just looking for like nuanced things to do that are not necessarily just riding the rides or eating the food. And so I've got some like kind of different activities or things that you may not have known about, and they're a little bit more Disney insider. But if you're planning a vacation and you would like to try some, I hope this can help you out. Or if you're planning on moving down for the Disney College program, or planning to work there, just relocating to somewhere closer to Walt Disney World, this will help you out with that. I have 15 different bucket list items that I'm going to share with you today. A couple of them are a little bit more specific to cast members, which is what I will be when I go down there. But a lot of them are totally open and available to anyone who wants to participate. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into it. The first thing on my bucket list is participate in Dapper Day. So if you don't know, once or twice a year at Disneyland and Disney World, they do Dapper Day, where people dress up in vintage clothing and walk around the parks. And it's usually not a kind of thing that you'd want to do if you were on vacation, but it's really fun because there's hundreds of thousands of people who are there, and a lot of them are in vintage clothing, and a lot of people will dress in the colors of certain characters and things like that. And it's really cool to kind of see what the parks would have looked like when the parks were just opening. And so I would really like to participate in that. The second thing on my list, and I plan on going to entertainment auditions. There are a lot of auditions for Disney World that are held in Orlando, and I plan on attending multiple, hopefully. My background is in musical theater, and so I would love to participate as, you know, a parade performer or a vocalist or something. But being down there definitely gives me better availability into getting to those auditions, which is really exciting for me. The next thing that I have on my list is a little bit different. In Animal Kingdom, there's a special kind of add-on that you can do on your add-on to your ticket. So it's an additional cost, but it's a hike through like the animal enclosures, and you have a guide, and you've kind of assessed where you're gonna go, and you walk through, and you get to get really up close and personal exchanges and whatever with animals, which I think would be so cool. And I love hiking too, so I think it would be a really, really neat opportunity. The next thing on my list is kind of a basic thing that I feel like a lot of college program participants especially will do, and they enjoy doing, and that is visiting Trattoria al Forno. I have only been to a couple of character dining experiences in my time. Trattoria al Forno is a place where you can meet Ariel and Eric and Rapunzel and Flynn, which is really cool because those are two of my favorite princesses. Ariel's my absolute favorite. So it would be really cool to kind of get that buffet character dining experience with them. Another thing on my list that I would very much love to do, there are certain dark rides and certain rides in the parks, if you have not been. Certain roller coasters and rides are dark, and there's like a backlit for the different sections. In Magic Kingdom, Space Mountain is one of the biggest, the most popular dark ride, and sometimes cast members, when they know people, or if there's certain opportunities that go out on the hub and things like that, you can actually ride that ride with the lights on, so you can see the track, and as opposed to just having it pitch black, which, spoiler alert, if you're riding it during normal park hours, it's completely black. The next thing that I have on my list, which is kind of, again, something that a lot of people moving down there for college program cast members will do, is go resort hopping. I have never, and kind of to parallel off of this to stay on property, I have never stayed on Disney property. I was very blessed that my parents have a timeshare in Orlando, and so we stayed off property every time that we went there growing up. And so I've never been inside any of the Disney resorts really. And so I think it would be really cool to kind of see how the Disney magic has kind of been infused into the buildings, and to see like the inside of the Grand Floridian, and to see all of those different places. My next thing is another basic girl DCP kind of a option, and that is going to Disney's, it's not the Boardwalk, it's the Yacht and Beach Club, I want to say. It's the New England Coastal Hotel that's around kind of between Epcot and Hollywood Studios. There's Disney's Boardwalk is in the middle of that. And so there's the Yacht and Beach Club, I believe it's called, is a hotel there, and they have this ice cream shop inside called Beaches and Cream. And in that ice cream shop, it's kind of vintage ice cream soda parlor kind of themed, and they do a kitchen sink challenge, which is everything but the kitchen sink is put in this ice cream sundae, and it's a whole production inside from what I've seen online, it's a whole production of how they present you with the ice cream, and everyone knows that you're doing the kitchen sink challenge, and I just think that'd be really fun to get some friends together and kind of do that. Another kind of group activity that I would love to do that also kind of goes back to Dapper Day, I would love to do a group Disney bound with friends. And so if you don't know what Disney bounding is, which I mean most Disney lovers kind of do, there are videos all over the YouTube that you can kind of figure out what that is. Basically, if you're an adult, you can't wear costumes in the park, but people kind of get around it by wearing colors that are in accessories that are inspired by certain Disney characters. And so there's a lot of Disney movies that have multiple characters, and I think it'd be really fun to get a bunch of friends together to do a group Disney bound. Another thing that I've never done that's an additional ticket price on top of the usual ticket price is to attend Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And so basically what that is certain nights during the Halloween season, there are extra hours at the Magic Kingdom where you go around and you go trick-or-treating, and there's a special show, special fireworks, different characters are out that you can meet, and they have like, you get a bag and you can fill it with candy and things like that. And it's apparently really good for the family. I know it's a little expensive, but and most Disney things kind of are, but I've never been in the fall, and so I'd love to go during that. And it's also really nice. I mean, Magic Kingdom is a little overwhelming at times because there are so many people doing so many things all the time. But to go to kind of these, that's the advantage to the kind of these special ticketed programs, are that there are fewer people that are going to be there. So if you can afford it, or save up, like that's what I will be doing. It'd be really cool to do that. So during this current quarantine area time thing, I have been kind of getting into running because it's springtime and it's nice and there's not much else to do, especially in terms of exercise. I usually go to a gym, but my gym is closed, as most things are. And so I've been getting into running, and because of that, I think I would love to try a Run Disney race while I'm down there. Preferably the Princess, but I also would be totally fine with not a half marathon. I'll probably do a 5K, maybe a 10K if I'm getting really ambitious. But I just think it'd be really fun to try, again, running through the parks when there's not as many people. Another, to kind of go off of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, another special ticketed event they have in the Magic Kingdom is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which, same deal, you get extra, everyone else gets kind of kicked out of the park at like 6 or 7, and then there's like 4 extra hours that only ticket holders can be in Magic Kingdom, and you can ride the rides, and you can do, there's another special show and things like that. Dessert party, I think, too. And I would really like to try that at some point. Disney cast members can kind of get into any Disney park for free, and so while I'm a cast member, I don't know if that'll be 6 months, if that'll be a year, I don't know how long that'll be, but I 150% really want to go to Disneyland. I grew up on the East Coast, and so I went to Disney World a lot, as you can kind of tell, but I've never been to Disneyland ever, and I would love to experience that, especially when I don't have to pay for anything but the hotel and flight. So that is another thing on my bucket list. Another thing I would absolutely love, that's kind of a, I think it's cast members only, but I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on that, is sunrise yoga. So Disney will often, I think it's 2 or 3 times a year, they host a massive yoga class on Main Street, and so everyone, there's a lot of, I think it's cast members, but I'm not entirely sure, but you can get like a special Disney yoga mat or bring your own, and they lead you through a yoga class on Main Street as the sun is coming up before the park opens. And I love doing yoga. I suffer from anxiety, and so yoga really helps me stay grounded in that time. And so I think it would be really cool to do yoga in the Magic Kingdom. One thing I'm definitely going to do, like this is my number one, when my family comes down, this is the number one thing I really want to do. This is another additional to your ticket, in addition to your ticket price sort of activity, kind of like the Gorilla Trek. And that is, I want to go scuba diving in the seas with Nemo and friends. And so basically, if you have not been to Epcot, which is the park that this is in, so seas, there's this giant building, I guess, and there's a bunch of small fish tanks with different breeds and things like that, that you can learn more about fish and all of those things. I'm actually a certified scuba diver, and I know for a fact that there is a special add-on that you can do with your ticket price where you get to actually scuba dive in this massive tank that has so many different sea creatures, and I just think that would be the most fun thing. I am absolutely going to do that. That's my number one thing I'm going to save up for, because I think it would be incredible, because you're guaranteed to see sharks and turtles and so many fish, and when you're in the ocean you don't always know what you're going to see, and yet when you're in a giant tank you're guaranteed to see the certain fish, which is really cool. And that is 100% something that I will be doing, and maybe at some point I'll get a GoPro if I do that, and I'll vlog it. I don't know, we'll see. Again, I'm trying to save money during this time of unsurety, so I'm not splurging on anything, but that might be like a birthday gift or something like that. Maybe I'll steal my dad's. We'll see. So thank you so much for watching this video. It means so much to me that you are supporting this content that I'm making. I mean, it's not obviously I don't make any money off of it. I'm very small, but it's a creative outlet for me that I absolutely love, and I'm really enjoying it this far. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, again, please subscribe. Please like this video and comment. If you have, comment below anything that you have found that you really want to do next time you're in Disney World or when you go to Disney World. Or comment below anything that you think I should add to this list that I have not yet. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks, bye.